Hey, what is going on, guys? This is DK. Back at you with another video here to bring in the 4-game NBA main slate on Monday. Before I get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, my name is DK. I make daily videos and live stream for NBA and NFL slates on Draftkings. If you guys cannot watch these YouTube videos, I do upload on Apple Podcasts. I have a link down below. If you're interested in signing up for premium content, and I'll offer that on patreon.com. Offer a couple different packages. If you sign up for NBA, you get the rest of NFL for free. And then finally, I want to thank PrizePicks for sponsoring the show. If you guys are not familiar with what PrizePicks is, again, it's a site where basically the idea is you're either taking the under or over on fantasy projections. So for the game upcoming here with the Pacers and the Clippers, we have Sabonis projected for 45 fantasy points. So, do you like the under? Do you like the over there? And then you can mix and match sports. They have NFL. They have esports. They have PGA. So I think it's pretty fun. And again, you're not playing against anyone. You're playing against the house. If you guys are interested in signing up, you can use the code DKDFS. It's DKDFS, all one word. I'll have a link down below. You get a 100% match up to $100. So basically, if you put $100 in, you get $200 to play with. And finally, again, I just want to thank you guys for the continued support as we close in on 8,000 subscribers. If you do enjoy this content, if you leave a like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't upload videos you don't want to go live. I will be doing a live stream for this one on YouTube. So if you guys are interested, again, check that out where I will go over all the news and answer any questions you guys have. And then finally, again, if you guys are, I do have a video up for the early NBA slate, 3 games. We have NBA basically all day tomorrow. All day. So there's like an early game like 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Central. And then there's an early slate, which I just uploaded a video for. And then there's like one showdown slate in the middle. And then there's the main slate, which is, I think, 6:30 Central start. But yeah, with that all out of the way, let's jump into the video. So before we talk about players and the prices for this 4-game slate, let's look back at my lineup here from Sunday's slate. So this is where I'm at Sunday. I went with De'Aaron Fox, point guard, NAW, Brandon Ingram, Doug McDermott, Zion, Brogdon, Sumner, and Zubac. So, Zubac became a play once Serge Ibaka ruled out. Really, really liked him for value. Now, originally, I did have Sabonis here, and I had, what did I have? I had Sabonis, and I had Jakar Sampson. Once Jakar Sampson got ruled out, I couldn't make a pivot, so I had to move down from Sabonis to McDermott and then upgraded to Brogdon. So, I had to make a pivot there. But that's kind of it, guys. Again, went with basically a stack of New Orleans, Sacramento, and then the value for the Pacers with McDermott and Sumner, and then Zubac once he became a really, really good value play once Ibaka got ruled out. So, with that out of the way, let's talk about this 4-game slate. So, we have, let's see, 2 of the 4 games out right now. We have Bucks Nets. It's a 238 over under. The Bucks are 2.5-point favorites, and Warriors and Lakers are 224 over under. The Lakers are 9-point favorites. Yeah, Suns, Grizzlies. This is the middle of the day showdown slate. That's not on either the early or the main slate. But all right, let's talk about this one. So Milwaukee, Brooklyn, this one's going to be fun to watch. We have Harden, we have Durant, we might have Kyrie, and then obviously we have Giannis on the other side. So Giannis had to combo at 10.4K. Going up against Brooklyn, price coming down. I really like Giannis here. He got in some foul trouble last game, not worried about it. We're getting him at a really, really cheap price point. So love Giannis. I think he plays 35-plus minutes in a competitive game. This one should stay close. So really, really do like Giannis here at the top. One of my favorite spend-ups. Guys like Middleton and Drew Holiday, when Giannis play, I think they're solid. Like Middleton's had some 40 fantasy point games. I think he's a decent play, not a priority for me. Drew Holiday at 7-2. Again, decent, good matchup here. I think these guys are both solid plays. They're solid plays. They don't stand out as like amazing plays. Brolo, a little too expensive there. Not going to play that price for DiVincenzo. Bobby Portis only played 17 minutes the last game. That's a little bit worrisome. Like, he had a good game in that time, but only playing 17 minutes, wasn't in some foul trouble, so makes him, again, a little riskier just based off what we saw from him that last game. And that's really it. I don't think I want to go to the Bucks value, like Pat Connaughton. I don't know if we have to go there on the slate. So that's kind of it for Milwaukee. Let's move on to Brooklyn. So Brooklyn, the big news here is Kyrie Irving, right? Questionable. We'll see if he's available to play. I would guess he would be, but not 100% on that. So We have Kyrie at 9-1, Durant at 10-1, Harden at 10-8. It's going to be really interesting to see how all three of these guys work together. If all three play, I think my favorite player would be Kyrie, as long as there's no limitations, just because he's the cheapest of the bunch, right? If Kyrie is out, then I like Harden and Durant a good amount. That last game against Orlando, Harden went for 79 and Durant went for 62. So clearly they can work together, and they can still get there when there's only two playing. It's gonna be interesting to see if Kyrie plays. How is everyone gonna work together? I don't know. I'm excited to watch it if he's available to play. But I think my favorite play would be Kyrie if he does play. If Kyrie's out, would be a close call there with Durant versus Harden. I think Harden might have a little bit more upside, but both those guys would be firmly in play at the top. The value guys are just out of play for me, especially if Kyrie plays. I have no interest in any of the value plays. If Kyrie's out, I think you can make an argument for a guy like Jeff Green at 4-2. Still played 30 minutes the last game. Again, a low usage guy. I think you could still look to DeAndre Jordan. Did only play 23 minutes the last game, though, which is not great. And then, Joe Harris, I mean, you know what you're getting out of him. He'll play decent minutes, but just out there for his shooting. So that's it for Brooklyn. Let's move on to Dallas and Toronto. Dallas, Luka at 11K. He went crazy there against Chicago. And he was the only one that was doing anything for the Mavs. Everyone else did nothing. The matchup here against Toronto, not necessarily the best, but Luka is just really turning it on recently. 77, 63, 87 fancy points the last three games. So Luka Doncic at the top, I think makes for a really good play if you can get to him. Now Porzingis at 8-2 actually intrigues me here. Played 33 minutes the last game. Did have 5 fouls, too. So the minutes are slowly going up for Porzingis. The Mavs are already thin. If there's no minutes limit on Porzingis and he plays 35-plus minutes, I actually think he's a viable play here at this price. So we've got to keep an eye on it. Now, it is a back-to-back, so I think there might be a chance he rests. We'll have to see. If he rests, obviously, Luka gets a usage boost, and then that would make some of those cheaper guys more viable. So we'll have to keep an eye on Porzingis' status. Hardaway Jr. at 6'8". Don't have a ton of interest if he plays, but would be viable if Porzingis would be out for GPPs. Willie Cauley-Stein at 5'8". Don't know if I want to pay this price for him. Guys like Trey Burke, that's a little pricey for him. James Johnson at 5K, he would be viable if Porzingis is out. If Porzingis is out and maybe they start James Johnson, then I think he would be an okay play there at 5K. And then value-wise, Brunson at 4K could be in play here. Probably get about 20 minutes. He's been a decent point per minute guy when he's played, so I think he would be intriguing. But that's really it for Dallas. I'm on to Toronto. Siakam, Van Fleet, and Lowry are all, again, south. I would put these guys in the same category as Middleton and Jrue Holiday. They're not out of play. They just don't stand out as amazing plays. So, put those guys in the same category. If you land on one of those guys a filler or last piece in, sure, fine. But am I going to go out of my way to play Siakam, Van Fleet, or Lowry on the slate? No, I'm not. I prefer upside in other guys. So, again, solid plays, not priorities to me. The guy that I like, once again, Chris Boucher. The price is slowly coming up. I don't know if it's coming up enough. This guy has 50-plus fantasy point upside when he gets 30 minutes, and he's been getting about 30 minutes a game. 32, 30, 31, was also in some foul trouble the last game. That is always, a risk with Boucher, can be in some foul trouble, but as long as he stays out of foul trouble, I think we get 30-plus minutes from Boucher. Really good point per minute guy. I like him once again. He is my favorite Raptor. OG Anunoby at 6K, sure, fine play. Minutes will be there. Probably get somewhere around 25 to 35 fantasy points. So I think he's a decent play, not a priority for me. And that's it for Toronto. Let's move on to Houston and Chicago. So for some reason, they don't have Oladipo in this player pool. I think they will add him, but he's available to play. So I don't know why he's not in this player pool. Christian Wood at 8-9 against the Bulls. Even if Oladipo plays, which I think he will, I really like Christian Wood. He's going to play mid-30s minutes. Love targeting bigs against the Bulls. So even with Oladipo playing, and even with Eric Gordon back, I still like Christian Wood at this price, just because, again, the matchup is fantastic here against Chicago. So I do still like Wood. Again, no John Wall. Eric Gordon playing at 5'2". I think he's definitely viable. Interested to see what they do with the starting lineup, and interested to see what Oladipo's price is. So again, kind of hard to break down right now because we don't have Oladipo in the player pool. I assume Draftkings is going to add him, but yeah, Eric Gordon at 5'2", I think is definitely viable here. I prefer him to probably the other value guys on the Rockets. Again, interested to see what they price Oladipo at. And with Oladipo playing, it kind of just takes the rest of the value guys out of play for me for Houston. So, that's really it. Again, hopefully they do add Oladipo to the player pool because they said he is available to play. If Oladipo surprisingly gets ruled out or he can't play, then again, it's Wood at the top still and Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon would be a priority for me then if Victor Oladipo can't play. And then that would make like the fringe value guys a little more viable. Guys like Jay Sean Tate, Macklemore, Sterling Brown if he plays, Nwaba, right? So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Let's move on to Chicago. So Chicago, love the matchup here. LaVine and Kobe White both had their floor games. LaVine shot 1 of 8, 31 fantasy points. It was the bench that kind of took over for the Bulls. Really, really surprising. I don't expect that again. Is LaVine a priority on the slate? No. But I do like him for GPPs here because the matchup. This game has a lot of potential to shoot out. Two teams play fast, two teams that don't play a lot of defense. I like this game to stack. So for GPPs, Zach LaVine, definitely viable here for tournaments. Kobe White at 7-6, and both the guards had like off games. 11 fantasy points for Kobe White. It was like Lauri Markkanen and the bench guys that did it for the Bulls last game, which I don't expect that again. Also, don't expect 25 minutes again from Kobe White. So both the guards are in play here, but more GPP plays. Yeah, Lauri Markkanen, again, he had the big game. Went for 47 fantasy points. I do like the matchup, and if he's going to get minutes in like the mid-30s, he's viable. And he's also rebounding the ball better this year. Like 7, 9, 7, 6, 10 rebounds. Like if he's going to continue to rebound the ball this well, he's viable. Because last year he actually was kind of scoring dependent for a big, but the rebounds are going up for him. Again, do like the matchup here, up-tempo game. I think Lauri Markkanen is viable here at this price. Wendell Carter Jr. at 6'5", just a little bit too pricey. A little bit too pricey. He did have 5 steals, but just, I'm not going to go there. Otto Porter, 5'7". When they're fully healthy, he's only playing like 20 to 25 minutes. Patrick Williams, don't really want to go there at that price. Again, Garrett Temple had like a good shooting game. I do not expect that again. He had 36 fantasy points. I would not chase that. Arch and Diacono actually got some decent run off the bench, played 17 minutes, but probably don't have to go there. And then Satoransky is, let's see. I don't think he'll be available. If he's not, Arch and Diacono probably get some of the backup point guard duties. But yeah, that's kind of it for Chicago. So let's finish up with Golden State and the Lakers. Steph Curry at the top. Firmly in play for GPPs. The answer is yes. I'm still tilting about that game against the Pacers when I had shot to win huge money and he had his floor game and then comes out and puts 60 fantasy points up when I don't play him. So yeah, Steph been up and down, but the upside is there. It's 60 plus for him. Matchup's not great, but he's firmly in play for GPPs because he has that upside. You guys know my rule with Wiggins. Oubre at 5'4", fine play, not a priority. Draymond Green at 5'2", did get some foul trouble last game. I expect about 30 minutes from him. I think he's a decent play. Somewhat high floor because of his rebounds and assists. Again, don't be super worried about 25 minutes because he had 5 fouls. So I think he's an okay play. The value guys, there's too many. There's too many and not enough guys getting enough minutes for me to really feel excited about any of these guys. So Golden State value is kind of stay away. I will mention Wiseman at 4.6. He did play 27 minutes the last game. So like minutes trending up for him, 26, 27. This Lakers team is big. So like maybe you could punt with Wiseman, but a little bit worried about foul trouble concerns going up against like Anthony Davis. All right, let's finish up with the Lakers. So LeBron James, Anthony Davis, 9-7, 9-3 respectively. I expect both to play. LeBron's been questionable basically every single game. I think both these guys are in play. I like the matchup a good amount here. Anthony Davis probably prefer the price on him to LeBron, but both Lakers guys I do like a good amount at their respective prices. Schroeder, secondary play. Harrell, secondary play. Just because when they're both healthy, these guys are just like, again, fine plays, not priorities. KCP, if you need someone super cheap, probably plays mid-20s minutes, but kind of reliant on the scoring. THT barely played last game. Caruso probably gets 15 to 20 minutes. If you need someone super cheap, you could use him. But that's really it for the Lakers. And I think that's going to do it for the video today, guys. So if you have been enjoying the content so far, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't upload videos you don't know live. Let's aim for 200 likes on this video, guys. And again, I will be live streaming tomorrow for the main slate. So thanks again. Have a great night, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow.